Warriors, it is Wednesday. It is a normal day. Back to reality. The hype, the celebrations, it's all over and it's just back to good old reality. And I love that. It makes me feel normal and just everything's normal and I love it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm in a really good mood and I wanted to share something with you guys today, which is that I miss the old times, you guys. I miss the old times like crazy. When I say the old times, I'm talking about the little things that existed back in the day that don't really exist now. So I was obviously born in the 90s, so a lot of people will relate to this if they were born in the 80s or 90s, because that's when these little things existed. So the younger generation definitely aren't going to be able to relate to this, but you could learn a few things. You guys, it's going to sound weird, but I've actually cried over missing the old times and how simple it was back then. And now everything's very convenient, and I don't know why it brings me to tears, but I think it's because I very much thrive in that kind of lifestyle, how it was back then. And so seeing everything change so fast, it's been like, whoa, I don't think I can fit in here, but I still have to live. But here I am, I can make a video and talk to you guys, I guess share about those old times and what I miss, and I know a lot of people will feel what I'm saying. I'm gonna get right into it, okay? Number one, I don't know about you guys, but I miss the old telephone. Do you guys remember when there was this telephone at home where you could actually dial the numbers and pick up the phone? There was like this awesome ringtone. It was like ring, and it was just such a fun experience to go and run to the phone and pick it up. Now everything's way too convenient. We can just like take our phones out of the pocket and just like quickly answer the phone. It's very boring. I just remember as a kid, my friends would call the house phone and my parents would pick it up, and then they'd be like, Anita, get over here, your friend's called, and I would run to the kitchen and grab the phone, and it was just so much fun and excitement. And then we'd have a chat on the phone in the kitchen, and you know, there was just something about that experience that was just so much more fun. And yeah, I just don't know why I miss it that much, but me and my husband actually ended up getting a telephone at home. No one really rings it, but it's there, and occasionally it will ring, and I think that's actually a call from my husband, but it's just really nice. It was really nice, those times. Number two, in relation to the phone, I don't know if you guys remember, but this little tiny phone book that we would keep next to the telephone where all our contacts were listed from A to Z with their name, address, and phone number. And it was just so nice to have that in a little book. Now everything's just on our phone, but I just miss that little tiny thing as well. Number three, do you guys remember the clock in the house? I'm sure you guys know what a clock is. I think I'm talking like it just nobody knows about it. But of course, you guys know what a clock is. But do you remember at the time where everybody had a really good clock in the house? It was just in the lounge. Why I'm mentioning this is because I just love looking at the time through the clock rather than grabbing the phone and checking the time on some screen. I love looking at the time with that beautiful creation of a clock. So I went out to a charity shop and actually grabbed myself this antique clock. And it's just so nice to have in the house. It just makes it feel like I'm living kind of in the times where I was a child and teenager. But yeah, it's just something so nice, isn't it? I don't know if you guys miss that too. Or actually have a clock still in the house, or you guys just use your phone. But yeah, I just thought I would mention that because that's definitely something that doesn't really exist anymore. Number four, You guys, when we used to take photos, right? We used to take photos purely to kind of put it into a photo album, for the sake of looking back at it, and looking at the memories. Now things have changed. We take photos to put it on social media, show off, all sorts of reasons. Geez, all sorts of reasons. But there was a time where we were just taking photos to put it in the album, and I miss that. I miss when we had that little camera, take a photo, very meaningful photos, and then we'd get very excited to go to the camera shop, get it all processed, and they print it out for you, and give it to you in this really nice envelope. And that the feeling of taking your photos out and actually physically looking at it, I miss that. And some stores still do that, which is great, but it's definitely not how it was back then, where everybody was kind of doing that. Now it's just like you have it on your phone and you just go scroll, scroll, scroll. But this was something that was just really, really fun, I remember. And then, sitting down at home and just putting it into the photo album. Then you have like a load of photo albums, and whenever family visits or you yourself want to look at a certain thing, you just open it up and it's there. It's not to try and show the whole world, it's for you. And it was just so simple, very simple. So yeah, I miss that. Number 5, you guys, this is quite random, but the ice cream van, I actually quite miss this van. They still have the ice cream van here and there, but I just remember everyone was very excited when the ice cream van came over, like all the kids, even like the adults, because we're not gonna lie, but the ice cream was amazing. So I just remember that, that specific tune when the ice cream van comes along, and all the kids running outside, parents coming outside paying for the ice cream, and it was just a really great experience as a community. I feel like that's really died down. Now when the ice cream man does come, it's like nobody really comes outside. It's not like how it was before. There's something really different now where things have changed. But yeah, do you guys miss the ice cream man? Because I do. Number 6, you guys, this is a bit of a funny one. I don't know. The weather man, or the weather woman, watching, you actually had to like switch the TV on to know what the weather was. Like you couldn't just search it up on the internet like, oh, weather for tomorrow. Like you had to actually switch it on, wait for the weather part to come, and then you would find out the weather. And I love that. I just love how I remember doing that. Like I just sat down, waited for the weather, and I was a bit excited. I don't know, I was a bit into the weather. Wait, that sounds a bit weird. I was like, I just had an interest in the weather. So yeah, I miss that. I just miss sitting down, like waiting for that person to speak about the weather and going through the whole, country, and them in front of like the map. And yeah, I feel like that's changed now. Now it's all pretty much in our hands. We can just check the weather, but it's just something missing now. Everything's too quick, too convenient, hence removes that experience element of things. Number 7, guys. This one I think many people can relate to. When it came to the weekend back then, I remember there was always something happening in terms of family gatherings or family events or families getting together, Like I just remember there was not a single weekend where it was just me and my family at home. It was always somebody in the house or we were at somebody's house. And I know socially, it was awkward and painful even sometimes as a teenager, but looking back now, I do miss it. Like I do miss the element of families coming together, cooking amazing foods, and everybody eating together, laughing. Like in my personal experience, we had the kids in one section, we had the teenagers in one room talking about all their stuff, and then the women, the adults, mothers in the kitchen kind of talking, and God knows what they were talking about, what people and gossip, but at least they were together and talking. And then there was the dads making jokes in the garage or outside in the backyard, just having a lot of fun and just obviously drinking. But it was so nice. It really was, just everyone coming together. And I feel like a lot of depression has resulted in this one thing that's just doesn't exist anymore, this very important thing that us as human beings require, which is that community, family element. And yeah, my weekends are now very different. I don't have family. I've got my kids and my husband, but we don't have people come over. It's a very, very isolated life, and I very much can only think about the past and think about the memories and miss it. Yeah, I'm sure you guys do too, if you don't have that kind of thing in your life anymore where family's always over. And yeah, a little bit on the sad end, I think, this one. But at least I had that experience, and it was beautiful, quite beautiful. You guys, another thing that I really miss from the old times is ordering pizza. I don't know about you guys, but I remember ordering pizza was just a really funny experience in my household, because nobody wanted to actually get out of the car and go and get the pizza. It's almost like we all were very lazy. But what I love about the pizza ordering experience is that we all had to like call up the pizza shop, or even go in person and actually order the pizza with the menu, right? And then we would have to wait in the pizza shop with those two, like usually there was like two little chairs where we would wait, and then once it was ready, they'd call out your name and you grab the pizza box, and then you go into the car and you're holding the pizza, and you're so tempted to have one pizza in that car, but your parents are like, no, you gotta wait. But and the little hole in the pizza box and the smell coming out, oh, that was just so good. I miss that. Now obviously things have changed and you can just order pizza online and they just come and deliver it. Boring. I'm actually gonna put in effort the next time I get pizza, and we're gonna all go out and grab the pizza like we did in the old times, just for the sake of not making everything so convenient. But do you guys remember that experience? Like, do you miss it? You guys, another one is something that's actually fully closed down now, which was like the DVD stores. We called it Blockbuster or Video Easy, and it's just closed down as a business, because obviously CDs and things they don't exist really. It's all Netflix and all online. But you guys, it was so fun to just go into that store as a family and pick out the movies that you wanted to watch, all the DVDs, the videos, because all of us had different kind of likings for movies. So like there's sci-fi, romance, comedy, fantasy, all sorts of movies, and it was all categorized. It was so much fun to just go in there and just pick the films without really reading any reviews. It was just sort of like, like a book, the blurb part, you just kind of read the back of it, and then you're like, okay, I'll try this movie. And then you have like 7 days to watch the film and then return it. And I just thought that was really fun as a family to do that. It was a big part of our childhood, because we really did watch a lot of movies and TV shows. But yeah, that's something that's died. And you guys, it's so different now, because now everybody's just watching CRAP on Netflix and Amazon Prime, and it's just so different. You guys, another thing is back in the old days, right, there was no texting or social media. And there was something very beautiful about this, which was that all of us had to get out and talk to people in real life. And we were like forced to talk. Like, it was not like we could just text and feel like we have interacted. No, back then, say when it came to family gatherings, like nobody was just sitting on their phone. That was just not normal. Today it's very normalized to sit on your phone and scroll and nobody really says anything. But back then, we all had to like speak and say our opinions, say how we feel. Like, you guys, even like on public transport, everyone would just talk. Today, right? I was waiting for the bus and I was just speaking to an old man. It's not like we're gonna have a friendship or some sort of connection, but I just wanted to see where he was heading off, what his plan was, how his Christmas went. And why I did that is because it's so beautiful to interact with another human being in real life. There's something very natural, beautiful, normal. We need that interaction, and texting and social media just can never replace that. And back then, this was normal, you guys. This is normal, where everyone would talk. Like, and you know what? Like, there was more opportunities to make friends and find a romantic partner. Like, you know, by interacting with someone when you're, you know, out and about, you could potentially connect through conversation and lead to a date, and then, you know, finding love even, or friendship. Now we're not having those opportunities because we're not really getting out and talking. So I feel like I really miss that. I'm not saying it doesn't exist completely, because there's definitely people who still talk. Strangers still talk when they walk past each other, but it's definitely not like how it was before, where everyone was just like very comfortable with interacting with each other. And because we've got this phone now, it's very much got rid of that beautiful aspect of communication. And yeah, I just thought I'd mention that because it's a big one. And it's an important one, because I think a lot of people are becoming depressed because they're not receiving that interaction and that communication and connection, definitely resulting in depression. And I can definitely say that. I'm not a scientist or anything, but I can definitely say that because I can see how we're not receiving that. You guys, I've definitely mentioned quite a bit here in terms of what I personally miss about the old times, and these are just tiny things. But I'm not saying life is just bad right now, or trying to say something really negative about the way things are going. It's just more like things have changed, and I just miss some of the things from the old times. It's not like it's gonna be like that ever again. Technology has definitely advanced and really become a massive part of our lives, but I'm so grateful that I had a very simple childhood and it didn't involve the tech part. I'm very grateful, because a lot of youngsters now are never going to get that. They're in a completely different environment and setting now. Yeah, you guys, so I really hope you enjoyed some of the stuff that I mentioned. And if you have anything that you miss about the old times, please let me know in a comment, because there's so many things. This is just a tiny list, but if there was something that I shared and you kind of understood and really feel what I said, please also leave a comment and let me know. I'm sending you guys so much love once again, and I hope you're enjoying the last week of 2023, and I'm sending you so much positive energy. And yeah, I love you guys. Love you, warriors. Take care, okay? Take care. You got this. Bye.